Well, we're on third beer of the night. It's another beer from Tesco. This is now a double IPA. It's Incognito from Vocation. But what's it going to be like? Keep watching to find out. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today we're going back to Tesco Supermarket. Brand new beer from them. From Vocation, Incognito Double IPA, but it's 7.6%. I don't know whether it's a hit over 7.5%. You get to double IPAs, but this is a citrus hoppy tropical. It says it's got the hops. We have Cascade, Sentinel, Chinook. Sentinel and Chinook. We had that in the pulp one. The fresh pulp by Buxton. And also Galaxy. So 4 hops, 7.6%. Let's crack it open, get it in a glass and see what it's all about. Trying to make these videos short and snappy because, you know, you guys, you want to know if these supermarket beers are any good. God, pouring it out. This is very much more West Coast style. We haven't got a hazy IPA. We've got a... Well, to me, it is orangey. There's a slight haze. It's not quite West Coast. It looks darker in this screen, but in the flesh, against the light, it's an orangey colour. 2 and a bit fingers of head. Fairly loose. It looks like a beer, let's face it. Let's see what the aroma's like. Okay. This definitely smells more on the West Coast. There's a sort of orange, grapefruit, slightly resin, bitterness. It smells, I don't know. It smells all right. Let's see what it tastes like. Cheers, everyone. Okay. This is quite different than a lot of beers that I drink, but I like it. As soon as I drink it, I'm getting a big hit of marmalade. I love marmalade, you know. Just call me Paddington Bear. Maybe I should change my video, my YouTube to Paddington's Beer Reviews. Lots of orange. There's quite a lot of sweetness. It definitely, for me, is more on the West Coast side, but at the same time, the bitterness is held back a little bit. What I'm getting is a real tangy, orangey flavour. I'm getting, as I said, I'm getting marmalade. So if you think of your sort of, you know, your thick cut orange marmalade, and you know, you expect a little bit of bitterness there because you get all the sort of peel and all that sort of stuff. And that's what this tastes like. As soon as you drink it, you get orange, you're getting resin, you're getting pine, but you're also getting sweetness, which is the one sort of flavour that you don't necessarily expect. It doesn't say, it just says double IPA, 7.6%, a bold, let's read it through. It says a bold and complex double IPA just waiting to be discovered, a combination of Cascade, Sentinel and Chinook. Let's face it, they're West Coast type of hops, and Galaxy, which is not really a West Coast hop, deliver an unmistakable hit of zesty citrus with underlying whispers of tropical fruits and resinous pine. So I'm getting the resinous pine, I'm getting the zesty citrus, very much more orange than your sort of lemon, lime, and even to some extent grapefruit. Yeah, there's a level of dry bitterness as soon as you drink it. Very characteristic of a West Coast. But this is a kind of West Coast sort of beer that I like. You're getting sweetness to counteract a little bit of that bitterness. And you're getting orange and you're getting marmalade. I mean, let's face it, marmalade is a very sweet product. This is what you're getting here. You're not just getting bitter and that's it. And a lot of West Coast can have that. I had one a few weeks ago. Who was it? Oh, Pomona Island. It was West Coast. And it was just sort of dry bitterness. There was no fruitiness about it. But this is very much orange. And it's you know what they say? A change is as good as a holiday. And this is exactly how I feel about drinking this beer. It's not the sort of beer that I would normally drink. But I'm loving it because it's so different. There's loads of flavour. 7.6% double IPA. It doesn't feel like it's difficult with a double because usually a double IPA there's like intensity. I mean, there's an intensity of flavour, but you get intensity in everything, body and all the rest of it, hoppiness. But with this, it's difficult to really gauge it as being a double IPA. Yes, there's a little bit of, there's a lot of flavour. There's orange, there's marmalade. That's it, that's the flavour, orangey marmalade. Maybe a slightness of grapefruit and a slightness of resin, pine, bitterness on the back end. But this is what I would say is a very good double IPA. And that's a difficult thing to usually say when you're talking about a supermarket beer, because you'd think that any sort of style of beer, if they're going to get it wrong, well, any sort, whether it's an East Coast or West Coast, they might get the start, it won't quite be the ultimate New England IPA, the ultimate West Coast. But I really like this as a West Coast. This is what I want from a West Coast. I want marmalade. I love marmalade, and that is a West Coast characteristic. But a lot of the time you don't get the sweetness, and you're getting that with this. So this isn't bad at all. If you like West Coast, but with a sweetness, let's face it, if you like marmalade, you'll love this beer. If you want just piney bitterness and no sort of flavour of fruits, then this is not for you. But this isn't bad. And this, if you think, oh yeah, I watch your channel a lot, Rocker, and I know you like your New England IPAs, and that's why I watch your channel. This is going to be quite different for you, but it's different for me as well. And I think the challenge is there, and it's a good challenge. There's still a lot of fruitiness about this beer, but it isn't that sort of soft carbonation and the tropicalness and all that sort of stuff. It's very much, it's lighter, it's slightly more fizzier, but the flavour's there. I like it. Right, let's do the scores. Live scores for a, let's face it, it's a West Coast double IPA. Aroma. It smells okay. There's nothing jumps out, so I'm giving it a 13. Appearance, well, again, I always find West Coasts don't necessarily look as sexy as a New England IPA. It's orangey. There's a slight bit of, you can see the lacing and stuff. There's a very thin sliver of head. So I'm giving it a 7. Flavour-wise, again, there's lots of flavour in this. There's sweetness. There's pininess. There's a lot of complexity. So I'm giving it 34 for flavour. Value for money. Well, it's a double IPA. It says on the can it's double, but whether it's a double or not, I don't know. This was, I think, a 375 one. I think that's pretty good. 8 out of 10. And my overall experience, well, again, for a West Coast IPA, expect to be less because I'm more into the sort of juicy, hazy stuff. But I've really enjoyed this one, so I'm giving it 14 for overall experience. Tighten the scores up. 20, 54, 68, 76. So it's the lowest so far, but it's still good. It's still quite a good beer. Vocation Brewery, Incognito Double IPA. This is more on the West Coast side. 76 out of 100. Let me know if you've had it. Let me know if you like Wests and you think this is not a West. It is a West. It's definitely a West Coast IPA. Maybe you've drank this because you thought, oh, double IPAs usually are going to be more hazier and all the rest of it, more on the east side, northeast sort of coast side. But if you've had this and you were surprised by it, let me know in the comments. But I like it, and I'm not normally a big fan of West Coast IPAs, so this is pretty good for me. And I probably would buy it again. Yeah, it's pretty good. So, yeah, give it a thumbs up if you like the video. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Obviously, we're getting a lot of these. This is the same night, 3 beers in a night. That's probably going to be it for me for tonight. So the next one I have, I'll be fresh on it. But I've enjoyed this one because it's different. So two more ththings I need to ask of you. Drink good craft beer and, of course, keep on rocking.